Well, putting the pedal to the metal, the latest installment of the Fast and Furious saga is here with Fast X hitting theaters today. It stars Vin Diesel and his extended family of gearheads to battle to, you guess it, save the world in a gravity and death-defying thriller that marks the 11th film in the franchise. And of course, our senior entertainment reporter Eli Glasner is here full throttle with his review. Yeah. No seatbelt on here, Eli.
Unharnessed, unchained, ready.
Where does this begin?
Well, any student, Natalie, of the franchise knows that behind the ear-splitting, brain-numbing, physics-flaunting moments of vehicular carnage is, I think you'd say, a quiet, contemplative film about the pleasures of family. So join me now as we all gather to sit around the Toretto table. There he is, Vin Diesel, as the head of the family, the good father who, when we catch up with him, is teaching his little son, who's 8 or 9, to burn rubber, pull figure eights on the local parking lot. They got a booster seat for him. It's adorable. Now, you can question whether Dom and his group of car jockeys respect the laws of physics. As you can see, they do not. You can wonder how what was beginning a series of films about street racing became essentially Mission Impossible, but make it muscle cars. But no one can doubt the drawing power of this multi-billion-dollar franchise. Don't believe me? May I introduce you to Abuelita Toretto. That's right, the little grandmother of the Toretto family, played by West Side Story's Rita Moreno.
I know that this road has been very hard, and yet here you are, building this magnificent family.
What's going on in that head of yours?
Yes, heavy hangs the head of Don. Is he tired from staying up late all those nights cutting the sleeves off his denim shirts? No, he's worried about his family. As the talking muffler mumbles about fatherhood and faith, little does he know that little B and Roman and Taj and the rest are all being targeted by Dante. Now, with a series with more He-Men than spark plugs, it's not entirely surprising that Jason Momoa found his way in, but it is surprising to see the spin he's putting on the villainous character. Now, at first glance, he looks like the classic kind of bad guy. Toretto killed his father, a crime boss, way back in F5, so he's vowing revenge. But Jason decided to go a little extra for this one. Imagine, if you can, if the Joker was a drag queen who dressed like Steven Tyler. You're getting kind of close. Take a look for yourself.
Tommy, I knew you would come for me. I'm Dante, Enchante. So how about we all just start shooting each other?
That's what I came here for.
There you go. In a film drowning in testosterone, Dante is pleasantly in touch with his feminine side. He's flamboyant, unhinged, an agent of chaos who enjoys ballet, lavender-colored muscle cars, and even his fingernails. Now, whether this is camp or queer is never fully explained, but it is a refreshing flavor for a movie that is very much about the boys and their toys.
And charming. You were charmed.
I was charmed.
I'm charmed.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie, but I'm already charmed. How does his arrival, Eli, affect the family?
So essentially, the Fast and Furious family are cast asunder. They're now all over the globe. You've got a mission in Rome involving a runaway neutron bomb. What's better than a runaway neutron bomb? A neutron bomb on fire, smashing through the steps in Italy. We have Dom trying to head it off with his car. There are street races in Rio, a pointless side quest in London, a secret underground prison, and also a really nice little set piece in a desert with John Cena as Dom's brother and Little B, and what can only be described as a cannon car, all part of Dante's plan. Take a look.
It's a setup.
He's trying to tear us apart.
Winning used to be about winning. We raced for respect. Today, I raced to stop the bloodbath.
Thanks, Groot. Now, luckily, the Fast and Furious box office is still pulling in a collection of old and new faces, so this is number 10. So you're getting all sorts of people coming back to the franchise and some new characters. So when Letty, Michelle Rodriguez, is captured and imprisoned in a secret Black Ops prison, who could possibly help her escape? Enter, yes, Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, appearing as Tess, the daughter of the government operative, Mr. Nobody. Even that sentence, which I just said. Sounds so strange, but this is that film. But Dom, she says, how can we get her? She's so far away. The prison is so far under the ground. It's so well protected. It is undoable. And then Dominic Toretto has no choice but to flex the full force of his telenovela Fast and Furious dialogue. Take a look.
Dom, I'm so sorry, but what you're asking me to do is impossible.
Nothing's impossible. You just have to have faith.
Sorry, I need a moment. All right, I'm good. I'm fine.
Okay, so we have a sense there, Eli, that you may not be impressed with the writing, but you do like the villain. So
Yes.
in all, does Fast X work?
It doesn't matter. If ever there was a film that was critic-proof, it is Fast X. This has transcended puny concepts of good and bad. It exists in this bubble free of self-awareness. And if Fast X is guilty of anything, surprisingly for a franchise where a car went into space, it is taking itself a little too seriously. And I think the problem here are actually the directors. Fast X was originally directed by Justin Lin. He has made some of the more coherent Fast movies, such as F5, F6, etc. But he left this movie. He quit halfway through after reportedly bashing heads with Vin Diesel, and he says leaving to reportedly protect his mental health. Must be nice. He was replaced by Louis Leterrier, who I think is just a little more malleable. So now you get the sense that Vin Diesel is firmly in the driver's seat. And so after 2 hours, we lurch into the finale, but with 9, maybe 10 movies to draw on, what was once jaw-dropping is now just kind of redundant and repetitive. Another highway, another death-defying leap of faith. The trucks are ready, filled with their explosive cargo, but don't worry, there's still time for one more platitude.
Well,
If this is the finish line, I'm not afraid.
Yes, he can race his Dodge Charger down a literal wall of flame, but there's still one thing we will never catch: closure. This Part 10 was supposed to be Part 1 and Part 2, with the second film coming out in 2025. But at the Rome premiere, they teased that they're going to make this into a trilogy. Buckle up, kids. We're going to be in the car for a while now, but we're going to bring Dom back for a very special star rating. 2.5 stars out of 5. One more time, Dom. There you go. Excellent work.
all right, and then a very entertaining report. That is the CBC senior entertainment reporter for us, Eli Glasner.